So, how about this for a swim? Parking behind your peg. This is what I like, nice and easy. And just look at that for a scene. Obviously, obviously I suppose, but I'm on the River Trent today. Bought myself a ticket for this particular stretch, and this is my first time here. I'm not really sure what to expect. What's in here? What's what really? I've had a bit of a load around. Seems fairly snag free. So you get close and under the tree, where obviously there's all fallen branches and whatever, but it's pretty good. And literally just cast out 2 minutes ago, and I've got a bit of a pluck. Just fishing a couple of maggot feeders. Maggot, just to see what's in here. Just go through bites, and here we go. Oh, depending on how you want to look at it. That's either a good start or a bad start. Good start because I got a bite within 5 minutes of being cast out. But the bad news is I cocked up, fucked it up. I was filming, as you saw, and pissing about, and got to the rod and hooked into the fish. But the time I sort of got myself worked out what I was doing, it got me in the snag. It felt decent, probably a chub. Not massive a fish, but it did feel, had a bit of a pull on it. It took me into some snag somewhere, or somewhere under the near bank, and yeah, I managed to get all my rig back, but lost the fish. But so disappointing, but a good start, got a bite. I've only been here 5 minutes, so can't complain. Just hope I haven't spooked any other fish that might be in the swim, but yeah, we'll start, we'll see how it goes. Well, bites coming thick and fast. Just had a roach, about 6 ounce. Nice little roach, nothing spectacular, but the old idea is fish for bites and just see what's in here. First time here, so yeah. I'd quite happily come down here. If it's full of 6 ounce to a pound sort of roach, I'd come down here and fish probably different tactics or different methods and such like, but yeah, until you know what, you have to play it by ear, and that's what we're doing. So yeah, just nice to get a bite, catch fish. So see how it goes. Well, I've just caught a roach of about 6 ounce, and I've lost a chub, or what I think was a chub, felt like one. Not massive, but decent. I've only got one rod out at the minute. It's been quite hectic as regards bites and trying to keep up with keeping 2 rods out. Well, fishing both rods with small hooks and maggots, so and this one goes off again. I'm going to swap the rods over, and I'm going to put one with a bigger hook on and a bigger bait, just a straight lead. Keep fishing the feeder and maggots on one. Keep a bit of attraction, a bit of bait going in on that one. Then further downstream I shall just put a bigger bait on a straight lead. while the attraction draws fish up hopefully into a swim. Anything bigger will come across that bigger bait. I think that's what I'm going to give it a try, and if I don't do any good, then obviously that whirlpool, that's a little bit of a small weir on the far bank. That's looking very fishy, so I might have to put a bait out there somewhere. Just as I thought it was going to get 2 out of 6 for 2 rods, it's suddenly gone a bit quiet, although I've only had the rod out for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so I was rather hoping to get a bite on film. That's not happened yet. Guarantee as soon as I stop filming, the rod will probably either arc over or the tip will go slack. Usually when I've got a roach on, it's just a case of vibrations. I'm using fairly heavy rods at the minute because I didn't quite know what to expect. I've not fished this part of the Trent ever, and I've only fished the Trent relatively few times, usually on the embankment as a kid, but not really knowing what the flow was. Or I'm using big feeders, so I've got to use big rods. I'm using 2.5 pound test curve, sort of softish carp rods, which I need all of that to get these big feeders that I'm using. I think the 4-ounce feeders I'm using, so you need a bit of oomph to get them out. It's any kind of distance really. Once they're full, they'll probably weigh 6 ounce. But, there we go. Sorry, nothing to report, I missed that one. I'll drop that bite, but no, nothing on the end unfortunately. Okay, so I've got both rods out now. One with a maggot feeder on maggots, another one on straight lead with a small prawn on it. Yeah, just recast. Thought I'd better get a bit of detail, and I'm not going to say where exactly I am. And then obviously it's on the Trent, but yeah, the date, it's a Saturday. I think it's the 17th of October 2020. I'm here with Mark Davis. He's in the swim up from me. I did ask him to message me if he's had out. I've messaged him, told him what's been happening in my swim, but I've not heard anything from him, so I'm assuming he's not had anything yet. But I think he's fishing like straight leads with big baits. He's after the big boys, which I probably will eventually, but it's nice just to come here and just come to a new venue, and it's nice just to suss it out and just know what's in there. Judging by the roach I've had, they're good quality roach, decent size, and if I was coming in the winter, it's quite possible I'd come and fish for them. I'd try and fish lighter lines and rods and swim feeders and what have you, and be a bit more enjoyable. You barely know they're on them. Barely know you've got one on. There's a particular tackle that I'm having to use at the minute, but yeah, I'd have to refine my tactics for that. But yeah, coming in, fishing somewhere like this in the winter for good sized roach, and yeah, sounds quite appealing. Oh, and there's a tick knocking again. Certainly good sign. There's certainly fish in the area anyway. I know a lot of people come for this particular area, this stretch of this Trent, for the big barbel and some good sized carp apparently. That's yeah, certainly something I'm interested in, and yes, I will be trying for, but At the minute I'm just happy to get bites and just see what happens, just how it goes. But yeah, to be honest, just being here, it's just such a lovely scenic place to be. Plenty of fish topping, and yeah, just a lovely place. Don't want to take my eyes off the rods too long. But, it's downstream. There's a slight bend up on the river further upstream. I'll say, right behind you swim. The road getting down here, I have to say, is quite potholey. You do have to be careful coming down. Probably, if the road was flat, probably take you 5 minutes, but the road being as it is, it probably takes you near 15. Yeah, it's not unmanageable. It's not. You just got to be careful coming down. Plenty of people on the far bank running across. But yeah, really nice, really happy. And, I'm looking forward to coming here more often. Obviously, this is just one swim and one little stretch, but yeah, if this is a taste of things to come, then I'm very impressed. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Okay, so yeah, I got here this morning, left the house at just after 6, probably 10 past 6, and we probably got here about 6:45. It's now about, well, the time I've got fishing, it's probably 8:30. Probably now, I think it's about 9:30 now. Those eagle-eyed amongst you, you'll see that the rods in the pod moved to the opposite side. Bit of a schoolboy error on my part. After the last cast, I realised that for me to keep casting out the feeder rod, I was going to be casting across my own second line, which obviously not conducive to good angling. So yeah, started to move. I just thought I'd leave a bit of a note to myself, really, if I remember next time. I'll say it's the first time I've fished the Trent. Let me see now. Probably, apart from one trip or 2 trips to the embankment, this is the first time I've fished the Trent proper and stretched like this for probably 40 years. So it's all a bit of a learning curve. Preparation has been pretty paltry, pretty poor. I've not had a lot of time, so it's a case of last night just grabbing what I could find and got a bit of interest on feeder rod. So yeah, it's a case of just grab what kit I could find and muddle it together what I've got and that done, just chucked in the car and come. So yeah, so far I really enjoyed it, but so I'm going to leave it there because I've got a bit of interest. Huh?
Pass it all on.
Here it come.
Yeah, not so long.
Lucky mate. I say it might be as well just put a straight lead on, just have a little flick out in front of it, just to see if there's any crap out in the front of the weed, you know what I mean? Thing is, until you fish these places you don't know, do you? Yeah.
Is it earth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh,
You're going to swear?
It's going away now because we've got no more meat to.
Really?
No. So I'm down to one rod.
I've probably got some. If I brought
Well,
it, I've got some. It's whether I brought it or not. I'm sure I have. Anyway, I'll say goodbye to the camera.
Bye. Wish you were here, Roger.
Not sure my balance would be up to that. Probably getting on for 11 o'clock. Oh yeah, I'm about to re-rig one of the rods because I lost all my end tackle on a snag. I've been back out probably 10 minutes. Getting lots of little plucks and knocks. Probably small stuff. Bailiff's been round, I'll have a chat with him. He was telling me he was quite surprised no one was fishing the weir. Yeah. It seemed to be a bit of a rush, so didn't manage to get too much information out of them, but I'm sure I'll see him again. Yeah. Now I think it's time for me to eat the sandwiches. I'm getting hungry. Got a bit of boat traffic about there. We've had four. I think we've had four go past. Seems to have started going by from about 11 o'clock time. I think it's now probably about 11:45. Not any more fish, had a few knocks and nudges, but nothing overly positive. Still sort of playing about with rigs and things, and just generally sussing out the swim in the river in general, really. It'll take me a while before I actually get to grips with everything. Sort of a steep learning curve, but yeah, that's it. You know, I'm loving it. It's really nice. Nice and quiet. Bit of boat traffic, but I don't mind that. There's a boat from riding close to the bank, it's no problem. A few people about, but not on this side of the bank, or not in this area, not round us. No person who's seen the bailiff. So yeah. This is only the second time I've been. I came once in March to have a look round. A couple of other stretches, they look nice. One was a bit near a population, a bit too many people, but sure if you fished it in midweek it'd be fine. I'm sure it'd probably be fine in the week. I just wouldn't want to night fish it, because you can night fish these stretches. But this particular island further upstream, and yeah, very quiet, no one about. I'll happily night fish, I think. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. So I'd let you know why it is I do these vlogs. I'm not trying to be some great YouTuber or get millions of subscribers or try and make a living out of it or anything like that. Far from it, you know what I mean? No, that's just not what it's about. All it's about is for me just to sort of capture a few memories, for me to look back on in years to come, for the friends that I fish with and other people I know, if they want to look back on what I consider our little adventures, if you like. So, I'm going to have to leave it a minute, I've got a bite. Oh. Seem to only get bites when I'm busy filming on my phone. Yeah, had a sudden drop back and struck, but no, nothing there. So I don't quite know what happened there. Might have to put a slightly bigger lead on, just hold bottom a bit better actually. I think I might be fishing a bit too light. But, yeah, that's part of the learning curve. That's what these are the things I need to learn. But, yeah, I was saying about why I do these videos. It's basically just to capture the memories and to share them. I have a good fishing buddy who's been a friend of mine for a very long time, lives down south. I don't get to see him very often, so if I make these little videos, it's almost, he can watch them and it's almost like he's with us, you know what I mean? So when he can't be with us, he can at least see what happened. And the other thing is, of course, is I can look back and try and learn something from him. What worked, what didn't work, what the weather was like. Just remembering to put all the details into these videos that will be of some benefit, which quite frankly up to now I haven't done, but yeah, that's something I should do more of, or try and do more of, as I continue to make them. Today's a learning curve, and so I'm not going into too much detail on what I'm doing today, because I should probably do something completely different or change things around next time I come. It was a bit of a slapdash, chuck stuff what I can find into bags and buckets and just come kind of a session today. It's only a short session, I'm only here for a few hours. Got here for just before 7 and probably be packing up at 3:30, so it's not a long session. It's just a feeling out session today, so get an idea of the place. Yeah, I just thought I'd let you know why I make the videos, and that's pretty much it really. I just think it'd be nice to be able to look back and remember all these little adventures that me and my friends come on, rather than like most things as you get older forget all about them. But, yeah, as for the fish, well, there's been no other fish caught apart from that one roach at the minute. Got some knocks and indications, but I think it's the small stuff, more roach and such like. Yeah, something I've learnt today, and I'll know next time I come. But, now I've got some people coming across downstream on some paddle boards. I don't think they want to see me talking to themselves, so catch you later. Morning. Okay, so one thing to bear in mind next time I come is when it gets to the middle of the day, that bridge gets quite busy. A lot of people crossing it, which is okay. But when you want to slash, this side of the boat's nice and quiet. There's plenty of trees in that, but I'm sure, I feel quite sure them two old ladies that just stood there across on that bridge, I think they just know I need to go. They're just stood watching me off the floor. Right. Well, what they're doing now, they're sharing a drink. Looks like they might be here for some time. Probably wonder why I'm filming them. They're not going to be filming me. Looks like they might be making tracks, so might get to spend a penny anytime soon. Right, find a tree. Okay, I thought I'd do a little rundown of what tackle I'm using. I'm using a couple of 2.5 pound test curve carp rods. They're an old JRC Defenders. A couple of old reels, because it's the only thing I had heavy line on. I think I've got 12 pound line on. Didn't have time to get my Shimano's reeled up, so that's what we got. And I've lost a couple of fish bringing them in because on one of them the auto-reverse, anti-reverse, sometimes it works, sometimes it'll suddenly go off and all of a sudden you're playing a load of slack line out all of a sudden. You can't quite work out why. But anyway, the terminal rig, rules state you have to have rig tubing. So we've got rig tubing on here onto just a bog standard what do we call them, clip, safety clip. That's all free running. The swivel inside will freely pull out, and that can all slide up and down the line. I've got some big feeders there. I think they're 50 grams. Big berth of things. Plenty of feed them. I think you need plenty of feed when you're fishing the Trent. Got them off eBay. Not the cheapest of things. About 3 for just under a tenner, I think, something like Into that I've got a long, probably 3 foot hook length of 8 pound mono at the minute, down to size 10 Drenham barbel hook, which I'm fishing on maggots on that one. And along with the rod, slightly different, well, same setup, but I've just got a different, instead of rig tubing I've got one of the rigmarole rig tubing things. Are so much easier to thread up, but they're not the cheapest of things, and I've already lost one, so I'll sort of stick to the cheap stuff when fishing the river in future. But I've got a 3-ounce lead, same setup with the leg clip, and then 25 pound braid. I've got the same size 10 barbel hook, a small prawn on the end. So yeah, that's the 2 setups. I did just have another little roach, probably 2-3 ounces. Yeah, it's like that's what I'm starting with, and I can refine it some more. One thing I didn't mention was what I'm actually putting in the feeder. I know there's not a lot left in here, but what I'm actually using is basically it's a method mix, and it's full of, you can't really tell, obviously it's full of red maggots, but it's also full of little 2mm pellets, all stuff that will go through the feeder cage. But rather than just filling it full of, well, a quarter of a pint of maggots each time, this is obviously makes my maggots go further, but also I can pack that right in, pack it in tight, and that's going to break out and drift out the feeder at a much slower rate and keep a nice long continuous flavour trail, hopefully, which the fish will draw up to, find the maggots and continue the way up to the hook bait. That's the idea, because there's lots of maggots in it, but I just wanted some attraction as well. I can stuff that cage feeder with this, I can really pack it in. It's well, been a method mix, it's quite sticky, quite stiff. I mean, it's still not, it still breaks down pretty quick, but it's going to break down a lot slower than what it would if it was just a cage full of maggots. Obviously, you know, they'll all be gone very, very quickly indeed. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what's going in the cage feeder. And if nothing else, it's catching me, well, get me a few bites and some small roach. But we'll see if it gets me anything bigger. Could have been going a bit slower. It's about 1:45 now. I've had another little roach. Got some knocks and nudges, a lot of No drop backs, but nothing there. I think I did have one that dropped off. Yeah, you look at the water, it doesn't look that bombing through anything, but I think it's probably 12 to 14 foot, not that far out to be fair. So there's a lot of volume of water pushing against your lines. So yeah, big weights definitely needed. I don't know what 50 grams in is, 50 grams in ounces is. Or whatever it is, it's probably not quite enough to fish a bit further out. If I'm fishing closer in, it's okay. Not when I say that, yeah, actually it's not, because even then I've had drop backs, and I think it's just the, not necessarily fish, just the feeder being moved more by the current than anything. Perhaps there's not a lot of debris catching the line, there's a few leaves and that coming past, but I had the odd bit of crap catch the line, but generally speaking it's been pretty clear, it's not been bad at all that way. So yeah, I might just need to it's difficult because I feel I could do with slightly more weight. I could also feel like I could do with being a bit more refined at the rod end, and you can't have both. So I don't know. Then comes another boat. Yeah. Certainly been good today. Certainly enjoying it. Certainly gave me a lot of food for thought. But, yeah. From what bit I can gather and what bit I picked up from the bailiff, it sounds like these stretches are mostly fished by barbel and carp fishermen. I think there's a lot of nice roach in there. I only had 2 or 3, but they've been of a good stamp. Not massive, don't get me wrong, but a bit of winter fishing, a bit of winter roach fishing, it'd be nice. I suspect that doesn't happen very often. I think it's mostly what few anglers you get on this stretch, because I've not seen many. It's all carp and barbel anglers. I don't think they're prolific. I don't think it's by any means prolific stretches of water. I think it's the case that a lot of the people that fish these stretches on this ticket are basically bait and weight. I think there seems to be a lot of night fishing. What few people come to attempt to fish the nights seems to be the way to go, from what I can gather. Fishing a big river like this would be interesting in the pitch black at night. I've never done it before on a big river, but yeah, it'd be interesting. And I'll be very careful on which swims I pick, because it does get deep quite quick. I could imagine, well, you don't want to be falling in there in the pitch black at night. That would not be a good idea. So yeah, lots of things to think about, lots of things to consider, and no doubt lots of fishing to come. But yeah, either way, I've thoroughly enjoyed it up to now. I say it's about 1:45 now. I think we're probably going to get it till 3:30. We're going to pack up about 3:30, and then we're just going to have a walk of this length and see what the other swims are like, because we've not really had a chance for a proper look around yet, but we're going to do that later. So yeah, I'll probably show you some of the other swims when we have a walk around later. Unless I catch one before then that'll be the next update. How's it going, bud?
You alright, buddy?
Any good?
Nah, nothing. Nothing. Are you? Had any more?
I've had one or two more little roach, and I've had one or two drop off. Just small ones. One of my reels is knackered.
Oh, is
They
it?
had to reverse.
Oh,
1
right.
minute it's on, next minute just off. You don't touch it. It just
bloody hell.
works on
Yeah.
and off as and when it feels like it. So sometimes you bring the fish in, all of a sudden the line will just go all slack because you had to reverse to somebody stops.
Oh,
So your line goes slack and all of a sudden whatever you had on's gone.
oh.
But I've had that a couple of times. But
No, not had a thing, buddy. Not a knock or anything.
no.
No.
Plus I find I've got them real big feeders, but they're only 2 ounce. I thought they were 3 ounce, but they're only 2 ounce.
Yeah,
They keep moving, yeah.
But you're further out, ain't you? You're more in the flow, ain't you?
A little bit. They're not quite heavy enough to hold
No.
bottom properly. That's what if you remember next time, get some heavier ones. A bit more
Yeah,
weight
I
on
had
them.
well, 2 ounce lead out there. It didn't hold bottom.
No.
But the 3 ounce, that stayed on. That's
Yeah.
the one I lost in the
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. that held.
So 2 ounce, it will hold bottom for a bit, and also I don't know if it's a bite or what, but it'll move.
Yeah.
You keep tying up, and the trouble is it'll move, and eventually it'll move until it gets into a bloody snag somewhere.
Yeah.
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 But, yeah, it's all a learning curve, isn't it?
Oh, it is, mate. Yeah.
So,
We can blank anywhere, mate.
oh, we can.
Well, I can.
Oh, I can. No, I ain't blanked, I suppose, but
No, you went blank.
I'd like to land that first fish I hooked.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it didn't feel like a barbel or anything, it wasn't massive, but
No, but
it
it,
felt a decent fish.
a couple of pounds or so.
Probably, well, yeah, it's hard to tell that in the flow. Might have been a big roach or it
Yeah,
might have been a
might
chub,
be.
you know.
Yeah.
It felt some sort of chubbish sort of.
Yeah, I was hoping to get a chub or something. I'm on
Yeah.
luncheon meat now. Yeah. On both of them, both feeders.
Yeah.
No,
But you didn't have any bites.
no, nothing.
I was intending to bite mine. I say it's roach. Not tiny roach, well, I'm sure there are out there, but first one it was nice.
Yeah,
Nice, but
yeah, nice.
it was
Yeah,
6 or 8 ounces, I
Yeah.
suppose. Yeah.
yeah,
Imagine catching them on a float.
yeah.
Be
They're
quite
nice,
nice.
aren't they? Yeah,
Be nice, bit of winter fishing probably, you know.
yeah. No, not a lot here, mate. Well, I don't know. Well, you don't know, do you?
Eh?
You don't know, do you?
If anyone else is caught out. I don't think it's going to be a prolific place to come. It's not somewhere you're going to, unless you fish for things like the roach, and it might not be bad, but if you're carp or barbel fishing, I don't think you're going to come here and bag up every time you come.
No.
I
Oh,
think it's going to be a bit of a tough nut to crack, but it's a nice place to try, isn't it?
yeah, it is, mate.
Yeah, so I've been having a look on my eBay account and see what feeders it was I actually bought. Actually 2 ounce feeders that I've got on at the minute, which explains why they're being moved quite easily. Basically they're just not heavy enough. I need at least 3 ounce feeder. At least, I think, for here. Probably alright if it's slacker areas, if I fish slacker area, they'll come in under that. No, I've only got 2 left, so. But yeah, I need to order some more, but they'll definitely be 3 to 4 ounce feeders that I'll be ordering. Minimum 3 ounce. And definitely need some 4 if they get a bit more of a flow on some, in the winter months or whenever. So yeah. So anyone watching this who's going to be fishing here with me, I definitely recommend minimum 3 ounces. So yeah. Well, not bad hoppers too. I've just been cast of I had 20 minutes over in Mark, so having a chat with Mark. And interesting enough, while we were there, we had a 7 Trent water bailiff come round checking our rod licences, which is good. I'm all for that. That'll do a great job. Yeah, interesting chat with him. Basically, he was telling us there's 2 of them, and they pretty much cover the whole of the East Midlands. He says it's quite surprising. And he was saying we could be round here one day, and tomorrow we could be up to Scunthorpe. And thankfully, he said they're out doing it 5 days a week. Certainly made it sound like it was just the 2 of them. Whether there's more than that, I'd have thought it must be more than that, but I don't know. But certainly got a hell of a lot of water to cover, that's for sure. But, yeah, thankfully, as always, I've got a rod licence, and I've also got a bite. Back in. Yeah, unfortunately that bite didn't develop into anything. But yeah, I was just saying, we got our licences checked, and the chap was telling us that this time of year they're generally checking the weirs around these Midlands, any weirs, that sort of area, because of salmon running. I'd heard that this part of the trend was getting a few salmon running at the weir. I shan't say where, there we are. But, so yeah, that'd be nice, catch a salmon. You never know, stranger things have happened. So yeah, yeah, that's a catch out. Next time I make an appearance on here, we'll probably be when I'm packed up and we're having a mooch and having a look further up the river and checking out the rest of the swims. There we go. Well, that's all the boats that I'm catching. I've not had that many. I've lost most of what I've hooked or bought some, but I bumped a few off. But yeah, as far as boats go, they're a nice stamp of fish. This is where I've got to be careful of falling. Yeah, very nice. And only downside to that particular boat was it you got one of my feeders snagged up, so I've lost another feeder now. So out of the 3 big feeders that I bought, I've lost 2 of them so far. Hey ho, lesson learned. Right, so we come to the end of the session, and we're just having a look at some of the other pegs on this particular stretch. On this particular banking in Mark swims, quite a deep weed bed. I don't know if you can make it out along that line there. Real thick weed. But, you either got to fish over it or in front of it. Yeah, it swims. Yeah, definitely come again.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get wind most of the way down, don't it?
Seems to, doesn't it? I got it in mind, but
No.
unless, well, possibly, yeah. Shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, fish on the inside of it. This is quite a nice peg. Fish close in. Yeah. No, I'll try not to. I know it's my normal trick. But yeah. Yeah, fish this side of the weed bed, and this is quite nice. I'll fish this one. Stay down there. Hey?
Nice close in, isn't
It does, yeah. Nice night time spot. Everybody knows.
Aye.
With a nice swim. Steps down, leading to it. Yeah. They all sort of lend themselves in for close in fishing, don't they? Dropping these near side spots.
Hey?
So they all lend themselves to dropping in close
Yeah.
in and fishing
Close in.
close, you know, fishing the margins.
They look like they're a bit closer in, don't they?
What?
The pads. You know, the weed.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
So
This is an interesting looking swim. Yeah, thick with cabbages here. I can't tell how far out it goes, but probably out to that main current, I'd imagine. Yeah, interesting. I think come to push me off the pier anymore.
bad, is it?
Yeah. So you can see them thick cabbages down there. Look deep in the water, look.
Yeah.
New perils in there, but you can see how far.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it goes out to the mainstream where it drops off
Where
deeper.
it's coming through, yeah.
Yeah. It's a more fishable sort of swim, I'd have thought.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Either side.
Yeah.
This is the concrete.
Good way. Oh, right, yeah. Oh. They're all different, aren't they? All the swims.
Yeah, they're all different. Yeah.
All got their own different unique features. Right.
Said something about concrete. Is this the last one?
Probably. Probably is.
Oh, right. Nice and open, isn't it, this one?
Yeah. Yeah, probably one of the better ones. Plenty of water to go at, ain't you? Very good.
It's a real good cast, isn't it?
This might be a bit of a steep to climb. Yeah. Well, this is shallow.
That a bit of rain here, you'd slipping in, wouldn't it?
We would. Yeah. Nice looking swim though, isn't it?
Hey?
Nice looking swim.
Yeah.
You have to be careful. Like I say, you wouldn't want to fish it on a rainy day.
Hey?
You wouldn't want to fish it on a rainy day.
No.
It's about as wide here as I've seen it anywhere, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's doable, but like I say, you'd have to be in the right conditions and be careful. But like I say, at least it is, look down there,
It's all clear.
it's clear and shallow, but I don't know, I wouldn't like to think how thick or deep that crap is. That might not be as bad as you think. And boulders are set on it, so it can't be too bad.
Or just a bit of silt.
Yeah.